Okay. This is going to be good. I'm Dr. Rahman, and welcome to Black Women's Health Podcast. Come a little closer. I have a confession to make. But first, follow the Black Women's Health Podcast wherever you listen and sign up for my email list. Okay, back to the confession. Last week, I messed up. No excuses. There's no way around the truth. I actually forgot to be present for a podcast interview. And that's bad enough. When I realized what I had done, I then proceeded to reschedule the podcast. And then I was late to the podcast. I was late to the rescheduled podcast. Sheesh. So embarrassing. Um, the guest, the guests who have been very gracious before chose not to re-engage. And I understand. I understand the frustration. I I respect the decision. I messed up. I just messed up. But what the guests didn't know, what she couldn't have known, is just how much I genuinely wanted to do the podcast with her. I really did. I genuinely wanted the conversation. At Black Women's Health Podcast, we're fortunate in that we get solicitations from persons requesting to be a guest on Black Women's Health Podcast. And while it's still a small podcast, it is growing. And I think persons appreciate and recognize that I am sharing provocative and informative news to help us, specifically Black women, in our health journey. We deliberately try to shine a light on Black women who are contributing, Black women who are achieving. We embrace the opportunity to have guests that have information and insights that are important for us to know. And so I say all of that to say any guest on the program, on this podcast, has information for our community of women. The guests have been deliberately selected and chosen, and the interview has been deemed helpful. Whether we're talking about Dr. Rogers from Consumer Reports, who talked about the chemicals in synthetic hair products, toxic braids, or Dr. Farrington, a Black OBGYN who looks white. Her unique perspective as a doctor, as a Black person, or Miss Beverly Medley, who transitioned from loving and eating chitlins to becoming a raw vegan. There have been so many different and interesting perspectives. So if anyone gets an invitation to be on the podcast, it's because I deeply value their work and want to share space with them. So I say all that to say I was looking forward to our conversation. I had read her book, I was ready, and then I got a telephone call, which threw me off track. My lateness, this mistake wasn't about my guest. It wasn't intended to be disrespectful. It wasn't dismissive. It was just real life. Wish it hadn't have happened, but it did. And at the end of the day, the impact was the impact. And when I thought about what had happened, the odd thing is that I felt as though I knew exactly how she felt. Because here's the truth, I've been that woman on the receiving end. I've taken things personally. I have jumped to conclusion. I have reacted quickly. I've shut the door when I felt slighted. But this situation also taught me something very important, that lessons sometimes come wrapped in discomfort. And sometimes the mistake can be a gift in disguise. This experience caused me to reflect on what could possibly be the gift in this situation. Well, professionally speaking, it became clear to me, very clear, that I needed to tighten my systems. I needed to protect my time, and I needed to honor my commitments more intentionally. Bottom line, I realize that being a host on Black Women's Health Podcast is a privilege. And on a personal note, sometimes it's okay to extend grace to others and to yourself, even when they seem undeserving, because everyone is carrying something. Everyone. And as we move through this holiday season, the end of the year, we're in a chaotic world. We need to remember that not everything is about us. Sometimes people are late, and sometimes mistakes aren't malicious. That being said, let me be clear, I am not trying to minimize what I did. I acknowledge my mistake. I did express my sincerest regrets, and ultimately, I know that taking accountability doesn't diminish me, it deepens me. And that's a good thing. And now I will do better. Lesson learned, gift received, moving forward. This is Dr. Rahman saying, until the next time, be well. If you found this valuable, share it with one friend and join my email community at drrahman.com. That's where I keep it real. No censorship, no noise.